Could you give us a brief introduction and tell us a bit about your journey in the paper trade industry and how you became involved?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. So my journey in the paper trade industry really started, I would say, a little over 20 years ago. I was at Xerox and I was involved with the digital printing team and helping to sell specialty substrates and paper to run in all of the fancy, fun printing equipment. So that's really where it started. And really my curiosity for the creative side and paper and just seeing a lot of new innovations in printing. And then since then, I've been at Kelley Spicers now for about 11 years. Um, and then the general manager for about 4 years.
Hey, and our next question, what advice would you give to young women who are considering entering the paper trade industry?
I would say just go for it. You know, it's a great industry. There's amazing creative people. I think above all else, just really kind people in our industry that I found. A lot of very knowledgeable people, but there's so many different avenues for anyone in our industry to really pursue, from distribution, um, being on the mill side and innovating new products, distribution, sustainability. So there's so many different aspects of our business. So I think it's a great industry to be a part of.
Absolutely. And so I guess for our third question, could you highlight any mentors or role models who have inspired you throughout your career?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I've been really fortunate to have had a lot of great mentors, role models throughout my journey to this point, both men and women, really. But notably, just to name a couple, while I was at Xerox, one of my sales managers was Loretta Kelly, and she's still actually in the industry now. She's the district sales manager for the West for Mohawk paper. So I still get to work alongside with her, which is great. But she was a really kind and empathetic manager, and she really cared for us as a team. So that was definitely a great experience, having a female manager. And then, of course, now I'm at Kelley Spicers, and our president is Jan Gottesman, and she's amazing. And she's always so dialed into the business, and she really has found an amazing balance between being the kind and empathetic manager, but also being able to drive business results. So it's been such a great experience learning under her and just being able to have her at the helm and learning a lot from her.
Absolutely awesome. And so, as we're wrapping up, just moving on to our last question for today, looking ahead, what do you envision for the future of women in the paper trade industry, especially in terms of leadership roles and innovation?
Yeah, well, I think the future is really exciting. It has evolved and changed even during my what I would consider short time here, because people in the industry tend to stick around for many, many decades, it seems like. So I haven't been part of the industry for very long, but during my time here, it's really evolved and expanded to really cool things in packaging and wide format. So it's a really exciting time to be part of this industry. And I think for the future of our industry, we certainly need the diversity of having women in leadership roles, for the future to continue to go in a positive direction. I think history has shown that women tend to underestimate or downplay their abilities. So I think for our future, it's really important for other women in positions of leadership to really identify other women and bring them along for the ride and help encourage them. But I'm really excited for our future.